This is Necrobutcher from Mayhem. Looking forward to see you in September. You're listening to Metal Wani.
Greetings from India. This is Vitek from Metal Wani.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
First of all, like the highly anticipated album gonna be released in May. You guys have announced it. So you named it Esoteric Warfare. Can you elaborate on what the title of the album means?
It's again Attila that is the mastermind behind the vocals, the lyrics on this album. Lyrics deals with kind of a variety of different things that he's interested in, like science projects on mind control, back in the days, where the military was experimenting with people on mind control, and also this unexplained things that happened back in the days where for example monoliths, how they came to be, to how advanced techniques got lost in time, and it's question marks behind what's going on today. Also, this research about dual worlds, that there's a lot of conspiracies in the governments about mind control and cover-ups, and
that's cool.
Stirring around in different conspiracy theories. Basically, this is his interests. What fascinates him, and what he's curious about. And, so this is his thoughts about a lot of subjects like that put down on paper. Basically, everything, all the songs is different, talking about different topics. In this kind of, in this kind of way. So the title also is in the same way. So that's also a song that I did write the lyrics. I can't really tell you 100%. I don't have the lyric in front of me now. This album is this is a new album from Attila. It's like you said, it hasn't been released yet. It's going to be released in May.
Yes.
So we just finished it up, delivered all the master types and stuff to the record company, and they need some time to set up everything.
Right, I understand that.
The whole package and all that stuff. So.
True. It took you guys 7 years to come up with a new album. I mean, why such a long time?
Well, people who know us, they know that we are not the type of band that release album on a regular basis.
Yeah.
We release album when we feel we have the material that we want to, that we are happy with.
Right.
So in between, first of all, what happening after an album release is that we have always gone on a world tour
True.
to promote the album.
The album, right.
In most territories as possible. So that has always taken a couple of years. And then last time we lost, the blasphemer left the band.
Yes.
So on top of the couple of years with touring, then he left the band.
Yes.
And then obviously it took some time to find first we continued touring around because they were not finished on the world tour on the album.
Right.
So we hired in a couple of live guitarists. Also, these people that was in the band as live guitarists over these last years have been evaluated and tried out as songwriters too. So in the process we changed out some guitarists.
Right.
We took some on tours and tried them out, and eventually ended up with Telok.
Yes.
On guitar he's been with us now for I think it's 4 years.
Yes.
And Charles, British guitarist.
Yes.
And he's been with us for I think it's 2 years now.
True.
So it took a couple of years.
Right.
For
rearranging the band.
Yeah, well, it took some time before to play together.
Yes.
That also hit that we would find inspiration from being in Mayhem and playing, touring around, playing our old stuff live, obviously, and then in the end found inspiration to start to write songs.
Yes.
So it's been I think it's a very natural process.
Yes.
On process there, we took our time to find the right people to write material for us.
Right.
So that was not easy. And when you look at our history, we celebrate our 30th anniversary this year.
Yes.
And it's been 4 songwriters in Mayhem, and 2 of them are still here.
True.
Me and Telok.
Yes, yes.
So
that's wonderful.
We try to keep it in the family, and try to stretch for try to improve and
yes,
and step forward all the time. We never stopped and looked back. We always have been looking forward.
Yes.
In Mayhem, and
that's evident. That's evident.
Some of our fans call us kind of futuristic sometimes.
Right.
I remember when the Mysterious Dumps of Palmas album came out, and people didn't like it because it was too futuristic. But I would say today that that album, that's more like a traditional album today. And I doubt that anybody looks at it as futuristic today.
Okay.
So that's been said on all our albums. And some years later, people realized that okay, maybe we were a little bit ahead sometimes.
Right.
And of the traditional, we stepped forward and
step forward, right?
Always.
I agree with that,
and,
because
thank you.
yeah, I heard the song, and it was, would you say that there is a stylistic progression of on this upcoming album? How do you compare Esoteric Warfare with Ordo at Cow?
Okay. Well, again, it's been some years in between the albums. Like
yes.
you said yourself, 7 years. and we are on a different. A lot of things have happened last 7 years.
Right.
We are a different place in our lives. We have different inspirations. All the things are, what's up in society and what's going on now. It's not the same as 7 years ago. And the fact that we have changed the songwriter also is definitely, a change.
Right.
From that. But I would say that when you look at Mayhem's history, there's always been this red thread at some sort of master plan.
Yes.
That has gone through the whole, all of our albums and EPs.
Right.
And this is not an exception. This is again more or less same musicians, Attila, Hammer, A Color, all the products, obviously, very much. And but we are dealing with this kind of music.
Right.
This kind of aggressive, negative end of the music, and we will always do that because it looks like that's what comes as most natural for us.
I agree.
To write. So, yeah, and that's who we are, what kind of personalities we are. Also, we are kind of pretty true artists. We are who we are, and we, bad and good. So, and we don't. How to say that? We don't need to hide that.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that.
So when I listen to the different albums, I can feel what kind of mood and what we felt around that time that the records were recorded. And it was a lot of aggression.
Okay.
And a lot of negativity going on the Olo album. So every time I listen to that, I immediately get in that kind of mood.
Right.
Different albums like Grand Declaration of War, completely different vibe again. That was more.
Yes. No, Mayhem is always about aggression.
Hard work. Yes, that's what we deal with.
Yeah.
This type of aggressive metal, if you like.
Right, I agree with that.
So,
And Owais joined the band. He's the new addition to the band. So, what elements, does his joining added to the Mayhem?
Obviously, the reason why we hired him was that we saw the potential when we looked at what he had done before. For example, with the band needing it, that kind of aggression and that kind of musical way,
right.
you might say. Wasn't that too far away from Mayhem. It was kind of a lot of similarities.
Okay.
So when after working with us for now 4 years, he, understood more of the Mayhem way, or maybe got inspired,
right,
and colored by playing with us, and then we came up with this album here that are more the same way the same way we were saw him back in the day, and then after he got into the band, and he could be colored and by the Mayhem white, and that's definitely I think Mayhem fans would recognize it as a Mayhem product.
Okay.
and that's the most important thing.
That's
we managed
cool.
to again just do exactly what we want to.
That's wonderful.
Like we always do.
How would you compare, Tilosh to your ex-guitarist Blasphemer in that sense?
Two completely different persons, and different type of guitarists altogether. We also now have Charles Hedger,
Yes.
second guitarist. So these days it's not only one, but it's two. So I would say that just for example, that we now are able to play more of the second, third guitars that were put into the studio that we haven't actually been able to play. We had some extra guitars from tours to
Yes.
fill in
Yes.
on long tours before. Actually, on every album, we hired in somebody to do that. But we found the understanding of the songs and the continuance
Right.
of a steady lineup has made possible to play songs more the way they were supposed to be.
Supposed to be,
and
right.
also a lot of the songs have just come to and rise up to another level again. So I would say that we never found it as good live as we do today, for example.
Wow.
So it's a step forward in that sense. Blasphemer is an incredible songwriter, and I followed the halo his years in Mayhem. It was great working with him, and so all the best. So so that was a good period for Mayhem.
Right, I understand that. Now, can I,
But when he gave up, I mean, it was his choice. It was
Right.
not like, wasn't. I think that he hit a wall where he felt like where to go from all that KO was hard to see where to go from there, probably.
Okay.
Or that's what he told me. So, like musically.
So
he needed to do something else for a while.
right. So
yeah.
can I say that Mayhem is back and ready to unleash hell in 2014?
That's one way to say it.
That's cool. Now,
It's got names that delivering good concerts and have a good time with our fans. Means giving hell, yeah.
absolutely. I heard the new single Cyborg, and the vocals in the new song seems to have a mixture of traditional black metal shrieks and the signature grim operatic vocals of Attila. So what can you tell us about his style on the album?
Attila is one of those vocalists that is self-taught and has a unique style of his own.
Musical skill.
And instead of from long way back, and he has instead of copying other people, he has just worked on his own techniques over the years, and also expanded over to not only doing metal but also like more different projects where he could challenge his voice even further.
Right.
His son and now his solo project, The Voice of Voices. So and he's been working, or he's been on a lot of recordings and doing a lot of touring and stuff over the years. So he has, really come far with his techniques.
Okay, he has progressed.
And then, of course, that's a part of his signature vocals.
Right.
and so that's exactly what you hear.
Right, exactly.
And, I'm happy. I'm very happy about that. It's like Kjelland also. He has also his unique signature style.
Right.
And he likes to challenge himself and develop new techniques.
I agree with that. Yeah.
On every album there is some new technique or some new finesse that he came up with. There's always he's that kind of drummer that he loves to play and he also challenge himself, push himself, and he always have done that. And you listen to this album, it sounds like almost a drum solo, the whole fucking thing.
Right. Now that's wonderful. Now, do you ever feel that there is some sort of pressure on the band to match up to the standards set by band's earlier material, or let's say the Euronymous era? Do you think the band is feeling the pressure, or you guys have overcome it?
There will always be, like there's a lot of strong feelings connected up to music and bands and stuff. And I'm a fan myself of different bands, so I can relate to from a fan's perspective.
Right.
And the pressure, luckily for us, we always have only had, we are our worst critics.
Absolutely.
Ourselves.
Right.
And we push ourselves, and we want to deliver better and higher standard and quality all the time. So the challenge, the pressure we put on us, is much greater than any outside force to the band. And so obviously it's there. You can feel it sometimes in certain aspects, but we never let that. I think we feeded more on that. It gave us more inspiration to work even harder.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So it's more like that than the other way around.
That's awesome. Now, the new album is coming out, so it's the highly anticipated album of 2014. So if I would have to ask you, how would Necrobutcher define the new album in a sentence?
Well,
let's face it, the fans have been eager.
I would say, first of all, in one sentence, I would say, buy the record and make up your own opinion, because that's where, that's basically the brutal fact is that musical taste is divided. That's why we have so much diversion in music, in different types of music and styles and stuff. So to release something and believe that everybody would like it, that would be just, and especially when you release music that are so-called uncommercial.
Right.
And especially for a band like us that even don't make it easy, accessible. We always have to make it a little bit, like we like to challenge our fans.
Right.
So that the album will grow on people instead of understanding everything immediately and maybe liking it a little bit boring because it didn't challenge your brain. And then, the way we do it is like, okay, we make it maybe a little bit more complicated. But it's worth it in the end. When you have seen it for the 25, then you should start to realize and hear some melodies, that grow up in there, like it was there all the time. But you need to solve the puzzle.
I agree.
So we don't make it easy for fans and stuff, and we get a lot of critics for that, because obviously, there's a lot of narrow-minded people out there that don't understand and and that we don't want them to understand or either. We just. But but we have challenged our fans many times and got away with it.
Right.
And this time it will be, my prediction, the same.
Okay, so
because this album is really good, and we are very much looking forward to come out and play some of these songs live. Also,
wow. So is
we also have also the 30-year anniversary.
Exactly, I was about to ask you that.
Yeah. So that anniversary was coming up all the time. We knew that, and we would like to do a world tour and celebrate it with our fans.
Right.
Now, the album was planned to come out actually 2 years ago. Or 3 years ago. But we have been working on it for some years, but and stopping the process this one time and scrapping 8 songs completely.
Right.
The process also settled back a little bit, when not that we cared, but in terms of what we had planned. But now it turns out the album is out in the anniversary year, which is somewhat a bonus.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. The 30-year anniversary we would have done anyway, but now we have a new album to promote.
Right.
So it's both a big party to celebrate the 30 year.
Yes.
It's a milestone for this kind of band and for these kind of people. If you, our fans know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The people who have been inside this band, have made it easier in any way.
Yeah, there are fans. For fans, Mayhem is the first word which comes to their mouth when it's about black metal.
Yeah. Our biggest enemies have been ourselves.
Right.
Because we're not. Yeah, exactly. We're not the typical A4 type of people. But this is. We wouldn't have played this kind of music if we were typical A4 music, so it just goes with the territory.
Right.
I'm just glad that we are able to tour at all, because there's been a lot of smashed hotel rooms and arrests and all kinds of fighting and stuff that
I agree.
Going on. And still, we are just present love ourselves. Still, we fuck up consuming too much alcohol or whatever it is.
That's cool.
And sometimes if you haven't slept on the road for a couple of months, you get grumpy, and things are easily misunderstood and all these kind of things, so we still have some
I understand.
issues.
That's cool. No, that brings me to the question which all your Indian fans are looking forward to. When is Mayhem playing in India? Because as far as what I've heard from the organizers, that they confirmed that Mayhem is coming this September. So I would like to know, when is Necrobutcher and team going to come here and unleash hell?
Like you said, September would be a good guess for our first Mayhem concert in India ever.
Wow.
We have been aware of India's growing metal scene for a number of years, and I've been watching that. And we have tried to set up some concerts, but in these times of pioneering in India, we have worked with a couple of guys that have been not professional enough, and we didn't pull it off. And then it was a collaboration with the government from Norway.
Yes.
That was some cultural exchange plan, or something that they produced. And but now I think I just heard about it myself. This festival, I think it is, in September.
Yeah.
I just got the work myself. I just told my booking agent to proceed with the negotiations and the logistics.
Mm-hmm.
And we will do anything we can to pull it off. And at this early stage, it looks very promising.
Wow.
We are very excited. We are very excited to come over and play in India.
Oh, Mayhem fans are eagerly looking forward to you. I was just having a chat with the organizer, and he was like, Mayhem has been trying a lot to come to India, but somehow it's not been happening. But this year, India will face Mayhem for the first time.
Yeah, and I think maybe we could have done it a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But better now that it took a couple of years to organize it. It took a couple of years for you guys also. Had a couple of foreign bands and got the right type of equipment.
Absolutely.
Everything in place. So I'm very happy to see now that you guys have stepped up, and I don't know about the club scene, but I'm hoping that
club scene is good here, and I can assure you that Mayhem will see a packed house in September.
Okay, that's good. Because the ultimate goal is to include India on the world touring program.
Right.
So we can go back every time we do a world tour. It seems like it goes with the albums, and in Mayhem's case, the average is about 3-4 years. So
right.
Then it will be included, and we will come back every third year, for example.
Completely agree with that.
And also unleash hell on all the major cities.
Mm-hmm.
Bangalore, Delhi, Pakistan, all the major cities.
Wow.
And then take off for a nice beach vacation in Goa afterwards.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree with that. Now, to your fans in India, does Necrobutcher have a message? If yes, please go ahead.
The message would be that we are very much looking forward to come and finally play for all the main fans in India, and hope that people will make an effort to come down to the festival.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can sort out the details and make new contacts, so we can come back and do all the major cities.
Right. Well, Necrobutcher, thank you so much for sparing your precious time. It's been an honor to have you with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. And thanks for the interview. Looking forward to see all you guys when we arrive back in September.